Hello and welcome everyone. This is Tamal Mukherjee on behalf of Literoma. 10 authors, 10 young authors, 10 audio stories, and narrated by all these 10 young adults. Do it ring some bell? If it has not, I'm sure that you might have missed out looking at BTB Volume 1, which was a grand success when we floated this in our Literoma radio station, which is available in all the leading podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple. So this is here we are back. This is once again we are back with BTB Volume 2, Beyond the Box BTB Talkies Volume 2. And I have with me Anupama Dalmiya, who is actually the founder of BTB. Without taking the storm away, I'm going to hand it over to Anupama. And we are thankful to you and to all the authors who have joined here, all the 10 authors I can see here, for making Literoma a part of your journey. We're so glad to work on this audio piece, and I'm sure that it is going to be a hit once it is released publicly. So over to you, Anupama.
Thank you so much, Tamal. Thank you, Literoma. Firstly, I want to thank you all because you made this dream of BTB possible. The support that we have got from you and the interactions have all been so much fun, so much enriching. And I think doing something like this together also fosters that bond that we have had since a long time now. So thank you so much for that support. And yeah, so I would first want to just tell everybody who's watching that you all have been an integral part of this journey in some or the other way. Whatever I've been doing, there has been so much love and support that ideas keep coming out. So the first thing I wanted to talk about before I actually, get my little authors online and talk about what they have, experienced while being a part of this book. I just want to share why at all we came up with this idea of doing an audiobook series. So I remember during lockdown, there were a lot of kids who were also going through challenges. It was a very difficult time for them also, right? Though we spoke about adults going through a lot of things, I think somewhere kids were also experiencing many emotions, and they were not able to express it as well. So we were at that time looking for a lot of creative pursuits where kids could get involved and just grow, express themselves. I think a creative vent is the most constructive kind of vent. So that's how we actually thought that why not do something unique. And I started my market research that time, and that's when I realized that there is no audiobook. So audiobooks were getting popular, of course, but we realized that there's no audiobook which has been done by kids, and the story is also being written by them. It's always been either audiobooks by adults for kids, or kids narrate stories which are like, the popular ones like say Cinderella or the folklores. So I thought, why not do something like this, which is not there, because at BTB we love doing pioneering work. We love being the first at doing a lot of things. And that's how I was like, let's do this. I had my battalion of 10 kids ready at that time, who were as excited, if not more. And then we reached out to Literoma, and yes, we had the first of BTB Talkies Volume 1 released. I think it was 14th November 2021. So yeah, it's been a little more than a year we did that. And it was a huge success, as even you mentioned. There was a lot of great response. People loved the idea. And I think that motivated me to continue this as a series, because kids are very talented. They keep coming up with a lot of stories. They keep coming up with so many ideas. So they are like brimming with stories. It's just like you have to use those for different projects. And I was like, okay, great. So we can keep this going as a series. And yes, here we are with BTB Talkies Volume 2 today. And what makes it even more special is today's World Storytelling Day. So I think no better day than to launch this. So thank you also for making that timeline happen. I remember when I had spoken to Ritvika, she said, okay, you're giving us a little difficult task in terms of the timeline. But I knew Literoma is going to do it for us, because I know you all. So I knew that once I've told her, she will ensure it happens. And it happened. So congratulations, all the kids. Actually, I don't deserve the congratulations. You all deserve the congratulations. My amazing, amazing 10 kids who are now going to share about their experiences or their thoughts. So I'm very excited to now move on to them and ask them that, was I really a taskmaster, or did they enjoy? You all can be very honest, kids. It's okay. All right. So I see Aniya is there. So, Aniya, if you could just turn on your video and unmute and just share anything, about this experience or BTB, whatever you feel like. It's just talk from the heart.
Just keeping the time factor in mind, I'll request everyone to speak for limit the speech to 1 minute max, 1 or 1.5 minutes, because
Tamal, let me tell you one thing.
uh,
With my kids, you don't have to give a time limit. You have to actually make them talk. Like, they'll talk only how much is required. And then I have to coax them that, talk longer. So don't worry at all. Kids are not like adults. They don't go on and on. So yes, Aniya, yeah, please.
So I think I joined BTB in 2020. And yeah, it was during COVID and we had lockdown and I wasn't able to go out of the house. So this was so she allowed us a way to like kind of express our feelings and express like the creativity because we couldn't do it with anybody else.
Yes,
Um, and this audiobook is also very exciting because it's like a new step, and like just like how she mentioned, it's always been like adults write books for kids and then maybe kids will narrate, who knows. So I feel like this has been a like big step in like kids writing books for kids and then narrating them to kids.
absolutely, Aniya. And you are such a
also
wonderful
I
writer. And
just like
Aniya,
to add one point, Anupama. I heard Aniya's
yeah,
story actually. Yeah, I think it was titled Eco. The
yes,
concept
yes,
which she came up with was really nice, Aniya. So keep it up.
absolutely.
Thank
All the stories are excellent, but I can remember the name of the story that you had.
Yes, yes,
Good
yes.
job, Aniya.
Aniya is a brilliant writer. Her concepts are very profound and layered for her age,
Absolutely.
usually whenever she writes. And she never fails to blow my mind. So, Aniya, I'm so proud to have you as a part of this project and keep writing. And Aniya has actually joined us all the way from the other side of the globe. So she's woken up early for us. But I'm glad you could join, Aniya. Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
you.
Yeah, I see Aniya's mom is also here. Is your mom around if she wants to just quickly add something, Aniya?
Oh no, my mom isn't here at the moment.
Acha, so that's probably someone's. Okay, no worries, no worries. All right. It was lovely listening to Aniya. I will next go on to Jeet. Jeet, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. So it was a
Yay.
pleasure. It was a pleasure that I'm meeting all you guys now, and thank you for the opportunities that BTP and Literoma gave me. And this is a new concept of uh, the voice stories, and I've been in volume 1 also. So
Yes,
I'm so I'm very glad because it's a new thing and I've been a part of it. So
yes.
yeah.
Lovely.
I also want
It's
to I also
mm-hmm.
want to thank Anupama ma'am for everything she has done and the whole
How sweet.
BTP. So yeah, thank you.
That's really sweet.
Thank you,
That's
Jeet.
really sweet.
That was really sweet. Nehal, do you want to just maybe add something? I think she's around.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just that I'm so glad that Jeet got an opportunity to be a part of volume one, and then it
Yes,
was like icing on the cake that he was also chosen to be a part of volume two.
part of volume two. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
yeah, and as you said, nothing better than a release on this special day, which is a
Yes.
storytelling day. So I'm so happy that I want to share all of this. With all my relatives and friends, that Jeet is
Of
also part
course,
of volume two, so that
of course,
excitement
of
is
course.
there. And thanks, Literoma. You've been a great support. You've been
Thank
a
you
great
so much.
support, and this is definitely very encouraging. And this is like kind of a big push to the children, to keep going and reaching great heights, and do good and do better in whatever they are good at. So yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
So thank
pleasure
you
right.
is
so much,
completely
Anupama.
ours.
Thank you.
Hey, one quick question, Jeet. I also heard your story as well, and I remember you said the backdrop in Kenya, I believe, Masai Mara, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Jeet's
So that
story
was
is the one
awesome.
that was
How did that backdrop come to your mind? Have you been there or you read about it? Just one question, maybe you can answer that.
No, like
Yeah.
I wanted to write about Africa because it was just struck by some dot. So it is kind of a more
Mm.
realistic story. So to make it like more realistic. I just went
Hmm.
on Google and searched it out.
Awesome. Great work with your research. I thought that you might have been there when I was actually
Yes,
listening.
yes,
So
No, it's
I know
actually
that
on the
when
cards.
you
We
have
we
a
so
great
love.
mentor like Anupama, this is bound to happen.
So it's on the cards. We so want to visit Masai Mara, and then this thing happened
Oh,
about Kenya, and also he thought, why not you just add it on to my story, and yeah, that's how it all started.
Perfectly done. And
absolutely. Yeah,
ma'am, thanks
yeah,
for keeping the support on. So that's a
yeah.
brilliant work, Jeet.
Actually, parental support matters so much
Absolutely.
because we alone cannot do anything. Kids alone, I mean, it's always a teamwork, I say, between,
Right.
the parent, mentor, and the child. So I see that all the parents, of all the kids who associate with us, they are so involved and they trust me. That trust also means a lot to me, I think, because then that, yeah, they have that trust in you and you keep going accordingly. So thank you, parents, whoever is around for the trust as well. That really
Absolutely.
is huge for me. Great, great. So from Kenya, I think now we go to okay. So I see Vinisha is here. Vinisha, can you maybe just turn on your video?
Yeah. Hi, mom.
Yes.
So
Hello.
I just love how BTV gives us so many opportunities to express ourselves and honestly make us feel heard because not a lot of people want to listen to children's opinions on things.
Oh, yeah.
But BTV is different, and this was
How?
fun. This was really fun. It was not tiring, or it didn't feel like work. It was more like
Yes.
an opportunity to express myself and like have a lot of fun. So it was amazing. Thank you.
But just not until
Thank
next
you,
time, we
Vinisha.
want to have you in next time our venture as well. So those of
Of
you who
course,
might have
of
missed the
course.
fun, it's basically until next time is the title of the story which she had written.
Yes, yes. Tamal, I'm impressed you remember so much about all the stories also.
No,
I think
actually,
that is
I
also
was
proof
listening
that
to it
you did.
actually, so I was amazed. So when the final
Acha.
editing took place after all the music effects and all,
Yep,
someone
yes,
actually
yes.
sent it. I thought that. So I was actually driving the car. I was going from somewhere one point to another. I thought that instead of listening to the radio, I'll just play the
Yeah.
BTB Volume 2, and I'll be listening to one or two stories. Then I kept on listening to it. Before I realized all the stories are done, and I'm actually hoping for the Volume
Oh,
3
okay.
to come out soon.
That's a compliment, yeah. But
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you. And thank you, Vinisha. Those were really, I would say, glorious words of appreciation because one thing that you said that BTB makes us feel heard, I think I will take that compliment for my lifetime because I think if the children we work with feel that they are feeling heard with me, what is better than that? Because that is the whole intention with which we started this venture. I always say that it's an impact driven venture, and yeah, so thank you. You kids just make it all so much more fun, so much more beautiful. All right. And I see who's next. 1 second. Yeah. So after Vinisha, I see Prisha is here. She's our, Prisha is like this, she's this literary complete package, She can do anything. She can write. She's great at storytelling. She's great at debating. She's an excellent artist. I mean, I sometimes wonder what is it that Prisha can't do? That sometimes some people ask me that question also. And I feel that, I should actually ask her that, what is it that Prisha doesn't do? So,
And,
Prisha, can we
and
please
I
have
believe,
you on?
and if I remember correctly, Prisha wrote about fear of missing out, right, Prisha? So
Yeah.
that's
Oh, it
amazing.
was
So
a
that is
pretty
something.
interesting one.
So that is
Yeah.
something which all of us also go through. That FOMO factor,
Yes, yes.
and
Very relatable.
kid
Yep.
actually writing about it was fantastic to hear. So over to
And
you, Prisha.
It was a very witty story indeed, Prisha's story. So, Prisha, we would love to hear you.
so, firstly, I would like to thank my mom and Anupama auntie for giving me a lot of support. At first, it took me a lot of tries to complete the story, and also in the end, I doubted about even sending it. But then I realized that there were many kids out there who needed to know about this particular topic. So,
Hmm.
thanks again to everyone who helped me on writing this piece. Thank you, Literoma, also, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I'm ever so grateful. Thank you.
Lovely. That's a very, I mean, something I would expect Prisha to say. She's always so clear, precise, with whenever she shares her thoughts. And Prisha, I'm glad you sent that story. I still remember, in fact, that your mom was also hesitant, in the sense, she was hesitant basically, I think, because of you, like you said, that you were not sure. But I told her, look, hey, this is so relatable. All the stories don't need to be very, like we say, something which is probably with a social message, or though this also has a, subtle social message. But I told her that, I really like the tone of the story, how she has made it very contemporary. I'm sure every person who listens to your story will 100% be like, oh yes, we know this, or we do this. So I'm really glad, finally you sent that one.
Absolutely. So whatever Instagram, Facebook kind of a backdrop she had used, once we
Yes,
grow in the corporate ladder also, we can relate to the LinkedIn world. So very
exactly,
relatable,
exactly.
absolutely relatable. So great work, Prisha.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, lovely. Our parents also, if you're around, it's okay. Like, you can come and also speak. So I thought I'll just remind, because,
Yeah,
we would even love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I thought, Seema, you can share a few words.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, this is one of the best opportunities for Prisha. A prominent platform like Literoma coming with such an amazing idea for kids is incredible. And thank you, Anupama, for considering the kids to record and enter into the podcast world.
Yeah, my pleasure. And actually my eyes were stuck on this DP that you have. So, so cute. All right. Thank you, Seema. And like I say, that it's just such a pleasure to hear from all of you today, because we've been interacting for the past few weeks actually for this book and while working on this. But just today to come together and celebrate those moments, all that hard work that we have put in, it just gives so much of joy, right? All right, we have Pritika next. Pritika is another, I would say, like, this. I mean, I feel that she's a born writer. Pritika is a born writer. She is so good. She's brilliant. She's an editor's delight. Like, I rarely have to even edit anything when she writes something. She's truly, she has that passion and love for literature. So, Pritika, are you there?
So just one point about Pritika, Anupama. So whenever I look at Pritika, I was telling Ritika the other day that Pritika must be
Uh,
with us for the last 20 years. Then I realized that she is yet to get over her teens.
Poor
So
thing,
Pritika is
she'll
a
be like,
veteran actually.
"Utna to mera age hi
Pritika is a
nahi hai she."
veteran with Literoma.
True, true. But I know what you mean. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
also feel the same. Like,
right, right.
I call these kids my soul kids, like Pritika and I share so many similarities also. The best thing about her is she's so free. Like, she'll ping me anytime, like nighttime, anytime, and she'll talk to me about everything under the sun. It's not limited to just the mentor mentee kind of a relationship. And that's what I really love about the kids, that they're very openly made friends with me. So, Pritika, yeah, we are looking forward to hear you.
Hi everyone, and thank you so much for all that compliments. You really made my day. So I'm really ecstatic to be here today because I've been writing for 4 years now, and I even published my book with Literoma. So doing this, I mean, going from writing and publishing my work online to actually speaking it on a in an audiobook, I think that was really amazing for me. It was another step, and I just felt so good to hear myself because I was listening, and I felt so good to hear myself on in a professional audiobook. So thank you so much for that, Anu Auntie, BTB, Literoma. It really means a lot to me.
Thank you, Pritika. And as always, your story was also brilliant. You're always, like I said, you're an editor's delight. Whatever you write is always so amazing. God bless you. Keep unboxing the joy of writing like this. And yeah, looking forward to working with you on all the, remaining volumes also for BTB Talkies. Because, in fact, even at one of the BTB events yesterday, we were cracking the same joke, and that keeps happening. Like, the kids would keep asking me, Auntie, for everything you're doing, like, volume 3, volume 4. So till when do you plan to go? And I'm like, I'll keep going till I'm on this earth. And after that also, you kids continue, it doesn't have to end. So yeah, great, Pritika. All right. If your mom is around, she can join. I'm not too sure if Meghna is here.
Yeah, she's not available actually at the moment.
Acha. Okay, no worries, no worries. All right. Okay. Sakshi, are you here? I see you online.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Yay, lovely to see Sakshi. So I must say this that Sakshi's recording was done when she was really unwell and had a bad throat. I still remember her mother was like, what do we do? I said, no, it's okay. Everybody will still enjoy, don't worry. So Sakshi, I must say that kudos to you, because honestly, I don't think it really is very evident until you tell somebody that you actually recorded that entire thing so wonderfully with a bad throat. So what would you like
Not
to
actually.
share, Sakshi, today?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can actually vet that. It was not. So I think her story was on something which was very fast paced. It was a flying car or something
Yes,
like that.
yes,
So flying
yes.
car with a bad throat, I would have never realized, to be very honest.
Yeah.
Job well done,
Yeah,
Sakshi.
hello, I'm Sakshi Shirode from Pune. So first I would like to say a big thank you to the jury members who selected my story for the audiobook, and a sincere thanks to Anupama auntie and the BTB team at Literoma for a great opportunity. And interesting thing about this story was that I had written this story in the last exam, and my mom loved this concept, so he forced me to continue it for BTB. And I did it with some trials and errors, and finally it was done, and it was selected by the BTB team. So this was my first audiobook, and I'm feeling very happy and super excited for it. So even my parents and friends are very excited to listen the stories. I'm very excited to listen everyone's super creative stories. Thank you once again for a wonderful opportunity, and thank you so much once again for a Literoma team and wonderful editing. Thank you.
Thank you,
All
Sakshi. That was
ours.
so adorable. And yeah. And I'm so glad to listen to you all say that, how your moms or parents were so involved in things like story selection, saying that, okay, this has potential, continue. That is so heartening. It's really, I think when parents support your passions, truly it makes a whole lot of difference. So that's great. After Sakshi, I will get Sanjam. Sanjam, are you here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Hi, Sanjam. I think I'm seeing you after a long time like this. Like we've been talking, of course, but it's really nice to see you today.
Same here, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. So, ma'am, so writing is something I love to indulge in, and honestly, I'm so thankful to BTB for giving us a platform to, share our work and push us to write even more. So, I've always loved BTB, and I got a big thank you to give to BTB for giving us such a great opportunity. And I especially really enjoyed this audiobook, mainly because writing is something that I've been indulging in for a while, but I've never really gotten an opportunity to even narrate my stories, and that's something that was a new experience for me. So I really enjoyed that, and that is something that I'm very thankful for. So writing the story and participating in this audiobook has honestly been a great experience, and I really enjoyed it. So once again, a big thank you to everyone who made this happen. And I'm really excited about this audiobook and very grateful for the opportunity.
And one
Lovely,
heartfelt
lovely.
feedback from my end also, Sanjam, is that you wrote about eternal love. Once again, an emotional
Yeah,
ride
yeah.
within just 4 5 minutes. Very difficult to portray, and really, to be very honest, it's a learning experience for us adults as well. How you are capturing a very powerful thought like eternal love within 5 minutes. Great work.
Oh, no. Kids are great writers. Tamal, I was,
Yes.
just in jest that the other day there was talk about Chat GPT, and, we were just having this discussion about how they will take over writers. And I just said that no, the creativity and the depth that we can bring cannot. And somebody just took out a poem that, see, instantly it has come out with such a good poem. I said, look, my students can write better than that. So yeah, the kids are truly good. I was like, please, so that, yeah, they are amazing. And I always feel that, when we work with them, uh, it's not just me mentoring them. I think I take back a lot too. I always, that's why I call it a co-learning experience. I always prefer to call it that, because sometimes, you know, the things they do in their writing, even from the craft aspect, is brilliant, and it's always a great learning experience. Yes.
As
So
you give
Sanjam,
back to the process, you also taking from the process. So that's
yeah,
the best part
exactly.
of working with the kids.
Yes, yes, yes. So Sanjam, thank you once again. And next we have Srikar. So Srikar is
Srikar is
like
again
everywhere, you know.
another veteran like Pritika.
Yes,
So
yes.
he's also there with us, Literoma. I remember at least for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, and he's been with me for, I think now what, 6 years? I think, like, from the beginning. So Srikar is like, you know, this journey, I've literally seen him grow so beautifully. He keeps joking about, you know, how when he started my classes, he would not even write 2 lines. And I would still say, oh, you know, this is great, and keep writing. I mean, he jokes that, you know, Anu auntie used to call my 2 lines of this also, that this is great, keep writing. And today this boy has 2 books of his own. I'm so proud of his journey. Srikar, we would love to hear from you, Bacha.
I joined BTB in 2017. Ever since then, Anupama ma'am gave me so many opportunities. I was thrilled to be part of every opportunity, and this audiobook is no different. I'm speechless now, but I can only say one thing for sure. All this credit should go to Anupama ma'am, because she is the one who came up with this idea. This couldn't have been possible without her. All this credit goes to you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us this opportunity.
And give some credit to the toddler in your ghost train as well. I remember your story as well, surprisingly. So I'm sure that others will also love to listen to your story.
Okay, sir. Also,
all credit doesn't goes to me. I actually, you know, Srikar is always giving me all the credit, but truly I always say, okay, I'll take little credit, but the majority credit goes to you, your mind, your creativity, and, you know, the passion. Srikar is one person who, like, I mean, he wants to get
Support
better at
system
writing.
also, I think. Yeah.
Yes, his mom is a youth support. I don't know, is your mom around? Is Ramya around?
No, she is busy talking to someone else.
She's busy talking to someone else. Okay.
She's in a phone.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
Fine.
Sorry.
No worries. No worries. All right. Great. Then, so I think only Purvaja is pending, and she said that she is actually in her school bus. Purvaja, are you still in the bus? If that's the case, probably without turning on the video, then maybe you can speak.
No,
You're back? Ah, nice to see you, Purvaja, after so long, literally. You've grown up so much, I feel, you know, I was like in the time that I last saw you.
So I just want to start by thanking you, of course, Anupama, Literoma, and BTB for just such an amazing opportunity. I think I've been writing for over 10 years now, and I've had a lot of great opportunities, but I think this is one of the most unique that I've ever been granted. I think personally, audiobooks are so much more accessible to different age groups, to different communities of people, and that's what makes writing so amazing, that it connects so many people. And I think I'm just really honored to be part of such an amazing opportunity.
That's really lovely, Purvaja. Tamal, I'm not sure if you had listened to her story, but Purvaja is another really
Mother Art is
profound writer.
the story of, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I remember that.
There is so much depth in her stories always. Like, I mean, you know, she's a brilliant writer. Like, if you read her work, you can never say it's the work of a child. You will always think it's a work of a seasoned, you know, adult writer.
That applies to, I think, most of the stories. If you just remove the age of the authors, people will actually find it very difficult to understand. And the way they narrated is awesome. I think at your age, doing this kind of a work is fantastic. And a lot of credit actually goes to you, Anupama, as well, for mentoring them this way.
Like I say, you know, I'm just doing what I love, and I think I take more. But yes, it is fun. You know, I think more than anything, it is just so much fun doing this with the kids. Like you know, my kids, you know, they only themselves have named these classes as a creative party. So they always keep saying that, no, it's not a class, it's a creative party. So, I mean, yeah, we're just partying and, you know, creating these gems.
Thank you, Anupama. I think we're done with all the authors.
Yes, we are. Yep.
Right. So we'll quickly wrap it up. So because we have to just complete the recording within the next 1.5 minutes. So thank you so much and congratulations to all the authors who are here. Keep up the great work. And I'm sure that actually the way I mentioned, I had no plan of listening to BTB Volume 2 on that day, but I just got dragged into it so much that I kept on listening. And before I could realize, I'm actually looking forward to the next volume. So keep up this awesome work. And
so you need to be
congratulations
ready
once
for the
again.
next volume, because we are going to come to you only then.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone.
Closing the recording.
Sure. Thank you everybody.